What's up, everybody? And well, hello and welcome to another My Cowboys Family YouTube video. Um, Basically, we're gonna discuss some stuff here about the Cowboys. Kind of a lot of things to discuss. Good. Okay. Notifications have been sent. Um, Hate that. Unprepared all the time for that. We hope you guys been doing all right. Almighty Clap is in the house. What's up, man? Assad Lalani. Hey, man. This is our late night stream, I guess you can say. Patriot fan, what's up, man? How you doing? Love the comments in there. The back and forth is good. Christopher Clayton in the house. What's up? Christopher Mayer in the house. He says trash. Trash. Ooh. So yeah, Cowboys do rule. So anyways, guys, let me make sure the audio is good. All right, good, good, good. We're good to go. So, um, as you can see, hey, what's up, T? How you doing, man? Hope everything's well. I'm gonna just kick this thing right off, guys. I'm just gonna go right into this. Um, let's see here. So I am going to start off with some information about the Cowboys injury report. We're going to talk about Dez. We're going to talk about what we're going to do this weekend and Coach Garrett's plan. Um, all right, man. I'm happy. I know it's your team there, Patriot fan. So Patriot fanatic. So congrats to your FSU Seminoles. I don't like them. UCF. Let's go Knights. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see what happens. So, here we go. So, let me just run through the injury report, guys, real quick with you guys. Richard Ash, defensive tackle, as you know, he missed last game, shoulder injury, limited at practice today, which is an improvement. Cole Beasley, he was sick today, guys. He did not attend practice. It's not anything, no injury on that, but he was under the weather. Bryce Butler missed the last game with the foot injury. He is full practice. I think he'll be playing this weekend just because we're going to probably, I just see him getting more time, especially towards the end of the game. Make a decision on him and if we retain him for next year. La'el Collins, with his back injury, did not practice. Don't expect him to play. That'll kind of bounce back and forth to what Jason Garrett said today, that if you're not injured, you're going to play. So, according to this, it looks like the only one so far is La'el Collins. He's injured with his back injury. He won't play. He should not play. Malik Collins, foot injury, limited at practice. The same old thing with him. He'll probably play. Hitchens did not practice with his knee. That's good. It's not good that he's doing it. That means that he's probably not going to play, and I don't think he should. David Irving, concussion. He's done for the season, guys. We said this a couple weeks ago. We thought it would go this way, and that's where it's going to end. Tyron Smith also did not practice. So that's, again, with his knee, he's probably not going to play, which, already you got what, two starters down from your offensive line. Then that leads me to say, would it be a smart coaching decision? Whoever would run that part of things, I would assume that's Jason Garrett, would it be a smart coaching decision to keep your starting quarterback maybe getting blindsided, maybe under duress the entire game? Would you risk his future? Would you risk injury? Is it worth it? And I want to win this game as a Cowboy fan. I cannot root against the Cowboys or hope they lose, even though that's the best thing for this team. It truly is. It is. If we lost, it'd be strategically the better thing for the Dallas Cowboys. But I want to beat the Eagles. Just that's me. Now, that's one side. If we lose, it doesn't change anything at all in the sense of this season. I really truly wish that Jerry Jones would look longer and deeper at his coaching staff and evaluate them. I know there's about 7 guys that are on contract, are finishing their contracts, so they are on the hot seat. But these are position coaches, which have some blame as well. Don't forget that. But I also think that there's a lot of blame has to go onto both defensive and offensive coordinators. But I would focus on Scott Linehan. That's just the way we've discussed this last night multiple times about the reasons why. But that and head coach Jason Garrett, which we also have discussed multiple times on the specific reasons on the reasons why last night's discussion. And I'm sure I'll repeat it again tonight later on. I don't want to get lost in that right now, guys. I'm trying to stay the course, and fiance is studying right now, so Let me go through some stuff here. Steve Scoggins in the house. What's up? Des not. Yeah, I know, not going nowhere. He's Jerry's little boy. You know, not to say dumpster juice in the house. What's up? Christopher Mayer, fire Jerry Jones. We can't fire Jerry Jones, Christopher Mayer. That's why, at least for a year, probably not going to, my Cowboys family and us here, myself, fiance, the kids, we're not going to get any more Dallas Cowboy gear. Look at everything we have. I mean, you can look at any of our videos. We got multiple hat rotations and shirt rotations, jersey rotations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we're still going to represent every day Dallas Cowboys. Even in the offseason, we're going to do it as much as we can. But that's what I'm saying is that we're not buying anything new. As simple as that. And we'll see. Some people also agree and some people disagree. That's cool. They have the right to buy whatever they want. That doesn't make them less of a fan or more of a fan, in my opinion. Some people believe that if you don't buy their stuff, you're less of a fan. Well, so that's us then. But I don't believe that makes you a bandwagon or a loser fan or something like that. That's just ignorant. In fact, I think they would be the ones that would be more in that category. Probably a little bit of an issue with their own personal things that's why they had to displace that onto people that state their opinions. So Cowboys are in rebuilding mode, Almighty Clay. I hope not. I really hope not. But partially we are. We are and have a lot of set pieces, and then we also have a lot of new and moving parts and young players that we still have to develop even to get better. Garrett is dumb. Slim Shady in the house. Thank you. And by the way, as you can see, DJ Crown J is leading the weekly super chat and also donation through Patreon donation week. DJ Crown J, thank you so much, leading the way. And also, guys, Friday night, we're going to do, myself, fiance, and DJ Crown J are going to do a roundtable discussion. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be something new for the first time on this channel. We did kind of play with it with Space Cowboy 17 twice already. So we're going to get it done right, hopefully, this time, and continue to improve. Sorry, I'm losing your guys' comments, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm going to run through it real quick. I'm going to say Almighty K, Dumpster Juice, Wolf Rider. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hoping you enjoy the holidays. Everybody out here and had a Merry Christmas and enjoy your winter break. Asalalani, Santa isn't real. Hey, I saw Santa. You can't fool me. Almighty Clay, he just hit you with the circle. Christopher Clayton, stop repping Cowboys on and off. Stay repping Cowboys on and off. For sure, Christopher Clayton. That's the deal. See, I'm a Cowboy fan for life, okay? I don't give a damn what anybody else says about what they think about what I should be doing. Brian Broaddus kind of hit a nerve when you said something about the money intake. It almost made me kind of paint me out. And the people that did not read the full comment or my response, would then get lost through, this is all on Twitter, would get lost and say, immediately say, he's a bandwagoner, just one of those bandwagon fans, without realizing that they truly are the ones that are getting taken for the ride on the bandwagon, and so to speak, in the Jerry Jones bandwagon. I'm a Cowboys fan, not a Jerry Jones fan. He is the Cowboys. He's the one that runs them, and I got it. I understand that, but we can't change that. We can't fire him, as someone said earlier. What's up, Stronger King 23 in the house? Cesar Duarte. OMFG Google is making an appearance. Love it. We need more good players on defense, Almighty Clay, and I think Roquan Smith, as someone said earlier, very good choice. If depending what happens in this last week, we'll know after Sunday where we will sit in the draft. So that'll be an interesting discussion at that point. But guys, honestly, I'm still just going to enjoy the playoffs with my family and you guys, and we're going to just watch some teams play. And root against the Eagles, Patriots, and Steelers. That's what I'm doing. Just being real. That's all. Right. That's what the playoffs become for me, and also just enjoying some good football. But it does take a lot out of it, and your heart, your passion for it is lessened when it's not your team, the star, the silver and blue baby. So, anyways, what's up? Hello, Newman. What's up? Cesar Duarte. Hey, how you doing, Donnell Jenkins? We have more needs on this team than I thought a week ago. And, great choice of words there. I do agree with you on that. As the season progressed, you see the needs some needs filling in, whether it's the young defensive backs, just solidifying some of the front line. Unfortunately, David Irving missed, this past more than a quarter of the season. So, that hurt a lot, or actually the quarter, 4 games plus the first 4. So he missed half the season, David Irving. And he had a pretty good season, but he needs to be consistently in there. And we had to see how this concussion goes. Barry B in the house. What's up, man? Yes, that's another thing we're going to talk about. Was a guy we put onto the practice squad. Christopher Mayer says, truth, we have the players Super Bowl. I think we have a lot of players that are athletically superior than, at their positions than most other players on other teams, and we have them together on one team. Offensive line, running back. Dez used to be that way. Witten used to be that way. Still got both of them still have talent. They have where they have their weaknesses. Dak Prescott is growing into a better player, but right now he's still not there yet. So when you have him, when you look at this side of things, we have a very damn good team. Okay, and offensive line and Zeke. I mean, that's how you win games in this. And again, I hear Brian Broder saying that. Oh, we had to. We couldn't run Emmett. I'm sorry, guys. I got a freaking Super Bowl flashback. That shows you we can't run Zeke. He was trying to say that people complaining about that we didn't run Zeke enough, but look how many times we ran him, and I mean, geez. And that towards the end of the game we had to throw the ball. That's true. Like in the fourth quarter, but we did that to ourselves because we continued to after the first quarter. In the second and third, we completely abandoned the run, and you can look at the stats on that. 13 carries combined between the second, third, and fourth quarters to Ezekiel Elliott. Also 0, and I got to repeat this: 0. And I know we weren't in there that often, but 0. Red zone touches for Ezekiel Elliott. Rushing plays. 0 running plays. I think he had 1 pass reception, but 0 rushes for Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone. Shame. Shame on Jason Garrett. Shame on Scott Linehan. Shame on the coaches on the offensive side when it comes to that stuff. Whoever's responsible for that. Come on. So, guys, hey, what's up, Cowboy X Factor, who's also, donated. Dano 896, who's donated. LT, who's a Philadelphia Eagle fan, guys, repping here, and just, good commentary by him as well in here. Much love to him. Dallas Cowboy Football News, who was a first-time donator yesterday, guys, and Slim Shady, who's also in the chat. All you guys, thank you. And also, again, guys, below, DJ Crown J, who's leading this week as well, is going to do a one-on-one with myself and the fiance on Friday, so make sure you tune in for that. Hit the like button, by the way, guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And what's the other one? Oh, yeah, the notification bell. Of course, I know that. Hit the notification bell so you get our live streams when we do these things, guys. And it's daily. You know the deal. And we'll try to do as much of this in the off season as well, guys, and keep touch with you guys. We're definitely planning to do it, as often as possible. Still, Cowboy news and other things. We'll see. Also have a Patreon account that we're going to put some other content on there. A little, a little more, PG-13, I guess, or R-rated language, if you want to say that, when it comes to that channel. Since we don't want to put that stuff here, we try to keep this as family-friendly as possible. We slip up once in a while. But Patreon, if you donate through there, you'll be eligible to get that content as well. Anyways, guys, let me get back. Eagles01, what's up, man? How you doing? Assassinate him. I'm not going to say I don't want that stuff to happen to Jerry Jones, but I understand where you're coming from, and you're an Eagle fan. So thank you for that, for the passion of what I know you mean. Do you think there are priority positions for the draft? There's many. But honestly, right now, this moment, I'm waiting to a certain middle of January or so, maybe maybe after the Super Bowl, we're going to really do an in-depth draft show, maybe multiple ones between the middle of January and after the Super Bowl about what's coming out there in the draft with a special guest or two that are really more experts than we are here on this channel. I'm completely admitting that. I do not know much about college football when it comes to the players. I just kind of wait till they get in the NFL, then I get to know them. Unless the Cowboys. So let's say DJ Crown J in the house. What's up, man? Mic drop right there. OMFG Google. Let's pray the Patriots beat versus Seahawks Super Bowl. Oh. I don't want the Patriots in the Super Bowl for no matter what. No Patriots. No Patriots, no Steelers in the Super Bowl in the AFC, and definitely no Eagles. Sorry, guys. I'm just being real. Cowboy Nation. And for myself, I don't want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl, nor win one. Obviously. Man, I think that Zeke's gonna. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk about Zeke too. Let me start going back to the news, guys. I kind of wanted to finish. I didn't get to the injury report real quick. All these guys were limited in practice. DeMarcus Lawrence with a back, Sean Lee with his back, Ben Simeon with his back, Orlando Scandrick with his back. A lot of back injuries, huh? All 4 players with back injuries: DeMarcus Lawrence, Sean Lee, Ben Simeon, and Orlando Scandrick, all limited at practice today. So was Malik Collins. So was Richard Ash. Those guys were limited. Bryce Butler was full, so he's going to probably be back. DJ Crown J dropping the deuce. What's up, man? Thank you for that, man. And I'm going to get to your question in 1 second. And just again, did not practice 3 guys. Beasley because of an illness, he was under the weather and sick. Collins because of a back injury. Hitchens because of his knee, and Irvin because of the concussion, and Tyron Smith because of his knee. So those guys, I don't expect any of these guys to play except for maybe Bryce Butler. I hope not. I hope Garrett takes the right road on this. For the Eagles, they have Derek Barnett with a groin injury, full practice. All these guys are full. Only had one did not practice as Brandon Graham, but the Eagles did have a walkthrough today. It was not a regular practice. So let's see. DJ Crown J, thank you, brother. Much love, much appreciate the donation. As always, he's coming through, man. You would come through so much on here. Just distancing yourself in first place. Thank you, man. What's my thoughts on the Dez press conference? So let's get right to it. Thank you. As I have everything here written down. I love cell phones. Everything you have to even just snapshot and compile and discuss with other people and things, and you just find out things. So here we go, guys. Let's see it. So Dez Bryant said he would talk to Jerry Jones about the scheme issues. Let's just start off with his rant. He had a rant, and I guess I wouldn't call it a rant, but he definitely had some displeasuring, and also, and a lot of I think he displaced a lot of blame in his little 15-minute press. He usually doesn't do it on Wednesdays, guys. Remember, keep that in mind. That's another big deal. The fact that he did this, he knows he was addressing the situation. So, Eagles 0-1. I just want to say real quick, I think it'll be the Vikings and I hope it's Vikings in Jacksonville. I think it's a possibility. But I think the Vikings at the NFC, they're the ones with the defense, the best defense. And they've done it on we'll go into that later, but that's my general prediction, I think. Vikings at this point, Vikings and I'm hoping, I don't want to see Pack. I think the Patriots would be the one that's going to go in, if I have to be real. But I think it would be the I hope it's going to be Jacksonville somehow. They get lucky and they're just too young. I don't know if they'll be able to make it, but the defense is great. And maybe they can give, Big Ben or Tom Brady some issues. So back to DJ Crown J and his whole the thing about Dez's press conference. So Dez Bryant said he would talk to Jerry Jones about the scheme issues, and he also said he would speak with Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan as well. He said he was first asked if he would speak with Jerry after the season. So that we know is now a deal, set in stone as far as that's concerned. Now, Dez has a lot of. He was asked if his personal frustrations gave way to a lack of focus. So here's what he said: "Quote, you could say that, you can say that, and I take full blame in all of that because I'm a grown man. I should be able to sit there and have my frustrations in check, regardless of whatever the situation might be. ... But we had an opportunity to get them in the playoffs, and that's all I care about. I care about winning. I don't care about nothing else. I just care about winning." So I like that passion from him. It's just a little bit too late to go back to that now when you've already done that. So that's one of his many comments there. He was asked some follow-up questions to some other things that we're going to discuss. Basically about his contract. But whether or not, what do they think about, not just because he was asked if he was going to, let me see here. I'll give you an exact quote because I got to get to that one too. To me, it's a lot of blame. He's pushing blame on a lot of different things. So they asked him if he would be willing to take a pay cut in 2018. He goes, "I haven't heard no talks about that. But if it comes, well, I don't know. Probably not. Hell no, man. I believe in me." All right. I mean, again, more quote. Dez on the tip pass. That Seattle KJ Wright ultimately intercepted. He goes, quote, "That's me. That's all me. That's a play I should have made." But at the same time, he also has said, if you recall, guys, that he has to be able to catch these passes too. So he needs to put him in certain places. He didn't say Dak. He said the pass needs to be in a certain place for him to catch it better. So he disputed the notion that he's been healthy this season. Another blame. So here, quote, "See, that's the thing. No, I have not. I have not. I've been dealing with my tendonitis, and I'm shocked that none of you guys didn't know anything about that. I've been dealing with injuries. I'm a warrior. I consider myself a warrior. If I can walk, I can move, I'm going out there and try to play. It's probably dumb, but hey, that's just who I am. I love this game. I only try to push it. But for the most part, yeah, I have been pretty banged up." So now we found out that he's banged up. Interesting to note. And I know he's been banged up last year. I know he was banged up a little bit this year as well. But But to use that now as an excuse, that's not, you don't fumble the ball because you're banged up in that way. You know, his leg injury, his tendonitis. You don't drop passes because you have tendonitis. I hope everybody in this chat is clear about that, because this is what Dez is saying, not me. This is what he's saying, and it's obvious bull. You know what? Asked about his uncharacteristic number of drops, and he goes, "That's frustrations, man. That's all it is. I let things get in the way that I shouldn't." So he's saying he's thinking about things that he should not let get in his mind. And I think what he said, and I don't know if I have this written down, but I heard it when I listened to his 15-minute conference there, media press thing there. He said something like, you know, I hold on, let me see here, that he, sorry, I dropped something. Let me make sure. Hold on, guys. Let me just check one thing. I think I messed up here. Okay, good. We're still good. I thought I lost y'all. But Dez Bryant was kind of, again, blaming. It just sounds like he's blaming a lot of different things. Frustrations. He's blaming ball placement. He's blaming, you know, maybe rightfully so in some cases, Linehan. But he's still kind of talking both sides of his mouth. Some of the film I see, this is what he said. Some of the film I see, damn, I'm running routes a lot better than this person and that person. It's all about the opportunities. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, I'm Dez Bryant, baby, all day. So he's still repping the X, but not catching the ball. Dez Bryant on himself, if he allows to think he could be on another team next year. This is a quote. And this is going to be a little PG-13, but quote, shit, I don't know. But if that came about, I'm still Dez Bryant. I'm still going over the top. If that's where I can grab it, if it's there where I can grab it, I'm going to grab it. It's just who I am. So say it one more time without the S word. S, you know, ish. I don't know. This is about him going with another team. I don't know. But if that came about, I'm still Dez Bryant. I'm still going to go over the top. If it's there where I can grab it, I'm going to grab it. It's just who I am. Now, that sounds like a little shot to Dak. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's up, Cowboys 42? Hello, Newman in the house still. Cowboys X Factor. Kingstar Vids. DJ Crown J. Can't wait. Can't wait. You can't wait to talk Friday. Yes. I know, man. I can't wait to hear. And DJ Crown J, make sure you you let me know what time is good Friday. If it's better tomorrow, let me know so we can try to plan for that. Make sure you drop a comment. Comment not necessarily here, but after the video post or on a previous post. I get all those comments when you put it on a page. So, OMFMG Google, what's up? You're in the house. Get Jimmy Graham. Interesting. DJ Crown J. Let me see. Tristan Blue in the house. If we let Dez go, I'm done. So Tristan Blue doesn't. You don't want to let go of Dez. I'm not saying that we should immediately just drop him. Obviously, we have to see what's going out in the free agency and other things. But you want Dez to stay. Like, you think it's the coaches? Do you think it's what is it? Like, what are these excuses with Dez? Do you think you're buying them, or maybe you think they're true? I'm not saying you're trying to put doubt in you, but I'm just curious because you were in the minority, I think, when it comes to about the situation with Dez Bryant. Amy Can Fly says, can Cowboys get in trouble for not reporting his injury? I don't think it was about reporting his injury, though. I think if we're talking about Dez Bryant, he's the one that played through it. He's the one that probably said, yeah, I got a little issue. Every player probably has a little bit of an issue, but he doesn't, he really can't. He's playing through. I'm fine, and he plays it, and there's nothing that's really aggregate, that they can check on when it's that minimal of an injury. But it could possibly affect them. At the same time, I think he's played like that before in his career, and he's done perfectly fine. Just my 2 cents on that. So let's see here. According to Ed Werder, which again, guys, I'm going to remind you, and I don't know if people like Houston Sports, DJ Crown J, Patriot Fanatic, Triplets Cowboys, or Cowboys X Factor, Amy Can Flyer, DJ Crown J, or any of you guys remember back about 8 years ago when there was an Ed Werder incident with a Cowboy fan. I was the one who recorded that and have it on film, and it went viral that weekend. It went crazy. It was like 200,000 views or something like that. But I'm going to post that on here. It does have some language. I was thinking maybe Patreon, but I can do it on here. It has a couple, it's a warning. I guess I'll let you guys know that there's a couple bad words said there. No big deal though. But it was definitely an interesting event with Ed Werder, and well, I'll let you guys peek into that a little bit later, soon on this channel. Houston Sports Net, how you doing, man? Hello, Newman. Dez is a liar. He stopped his route when he saw Raider linebacker. You're partially right about that. Hello, Newman. Even though I still think Dak overthrew him, I do agree that Dez didn't make any effort to come and make a play on that ball, and he's been doing that all year, and not just this year. He's been doing that previous years. He's also been dropping the ball and or bobbling the ball last year multiple times. Where sometimes he dropped it, most of the time he caught it, but still it was iffy. And this year he's just been dropping them much more often. So he's leading the league in drops. No excuse for that. For a number one, number two, I guess you can make that excuse. He's not getting paid number two. He's getting paid number one receiver money. Let's see. Does have broken fingers? No, I don't think so, MG. But good comment. Triplets Cowboys, the best fit for Dez Bryant, New England, and that's the thing. I do agree with you. I think there's certain coaches, certain teams that he's going to take Dez Bryant and make us look like fools. You understand? So I agree. I think Dez Bryant still has talent. And that's for Tristan Blue. And, I do think he has talent. I still think that Dez Bryant is still can be a weapon in this league. I just don't know if our coaches have the ability to do that. Now, if we rehire a receiver coach that can use him in different kind of formations and slot and move him around a little bit more, then maybe that will help Dez next year if he stays on the Cowboys. Either way, listen, if 88's on the Cowboys, I'm going to support him and the Cowboys, hoping he does the best he can do. We want him to throw up the X every game 10 times, but let's be real. He hasn't done it in a consistent way multiple years already. And you cannot deny that. He's put up some numbers, he's had some flashes, and he's had some real disastrous games. And you can say that about Dak, but just for a half a season or so, or even 3/4 of the season, you can say that about Dak. But he was having a great first 8 games. Just saying. Even with the losses that we had, he was still playing well. He was still playing smart. So when you look at things, Dak needs Zeke, but the offense, the Cowboys offense needs the offensive coordinator to make the right calls that fits the strengths of our team, and that's running the ball and our offensive line. Even with Byron Bell, guys, it's a fact. Even Brian Brodus and I agree on this, and I've been saying this for a while, but Byron Bell, since a couple weeks ago when I knew he was getting those first team reps on Wednesdays for Tyron Smith for actually a month and a half. That's going to help when he comes in the run blocking, mostly in the run blocking, and he did well in the run block. He was he actually didn't do bad, and we had 50 yards in the first quarter on 11 carries with Zeke. Just think about that. That's one quarter of play, and it's a quarter to his goal, which is 200 yards plus. We were hoping 20 yards at least. So that's what he had said with Eric Dickerson, just to keep it in perspective. And then the rest of the game, meaning the second full quarter, the third full quarter, and the fourth full quarter, which again, at least 2 of those quarters, maybe even 2.5, you could have probably still run the ball often enough. He had 13 more carries the rest of the game. 13 more carries. So when Brian Brodus says, well, that's because we have to throw the whole game, that's not true. We didn't have to throw the whole game. So again, that's just the frustrating part. And I know that he's not really media per se for a journal or anything like that. He's just a talking head for the Dallas Cowboys local media. But he's just, he knows his football. You got to give him credit. He knows his football. I really take notes on his analyzing of the offensive line, defensive line. He knows all that stuff. He played that position. So I put a lot of trust in what he says about certain things. But certain things, guys, he's covering up for Jimmy Johnson. I wish Jimmy Johnson was there. He's covering up for Jerry Jones, and he's got to. He's going to lose his job if he doesn't. It's the way it is, and that goes for Nick Eatman and Tay and Hellman and the whole crew. And I like all of them for the most part, but not when they play this game. Let's be real about the coaching. They keep trying to put everything only on the players, and the players have a part to play in this. Please understand. I agree. Dak got to make better decisions when throwing those balls. He's got to make better decisions when throwing it, to Dez. If he has to put it in his face mask, whether it's a diss or not against Dez, obviously when he puts it in his hands, it's not working because a lot of times he's dropping the ball right in his hands. That Dak throws perfect passes. So, what can you do? I mean, we try again next year and regroup. So let's see here, guys. I'm sorry, man. I do not want to. I'm going to go through some names. I'm not going to go through the comments right now, guys. If you want me to read a comment, there's always the super chat. You can always go through that. That'll definitely pop up. It'll ding, and I'll be able to read your comment. But I'm going to go through some more important information here about Dak, about Dez, about Zeke, and about what's coming up this weekend, and everything else, guys. Here, let me just shout you guys out. Houston Sportsnet's in the house. What's up, man? And yes, J.J. Watt, when healthy, could be the best defensive player in the NFL, but not this year, not when he's often injured. You can say that similarly to Sean Lee. Billy Murphy in the house, man. Yeah, I agree with, I don't know about Dez so fast. We got to really see what's going to come from that, and that's going to be June 1st. Going to not be any big free agents out there, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But Skandrick, yes. Alfred Morris, yes. Rico, we got to move him into that spot next year, kind of getting ready to get that transition from Witten to Rico. Free agent, we have Devontae Adams, Jarvis Landry, just as two names I keep throwing out there. And, of course, I don't know about drafting offensive linemen. If you want to go that route, we could. But if we're going to keep Tyron Smith, we got to get a veteran backup. I don't think we should rely on the Chaz Green probability, who's young and not ready. Even with us, our coaching staff, it has not shown that we can get ready to these guys. We need somebody as a veteran to back up Tyron Smith if we're planning on keeping him and his injured back. So Cowboys X Factor didn't know we can. Please see that clip. Yep. Post as age restricted. Yeah, I can do that. I can do age restricted content, I guess. Yeah. It's not that bad. It's only a couple F-bombs and S-bombs, just a couple times. Billy Murphy says, get interior, throw, playbook at the trash can. Yeah, Billy Murphy, I think that Roquan Smith is a guy I'd like to target on, but we have to lose this game in that sense. And I cannot root for a loss. I just can't do it. I know it's better for the team. And I'm not saying I wouldn't be happy with that eventually, but there's no way I can root for the Cowboys to lose. Just can't do it. It's not in my heart. There's no part of my heart that can do that. Cowboys 482. Rely on gloves to catch the ball. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Cowboys 482. Houston Sportsnet. Yep, I remember that. You guys beat us in Jerry Jones. That was Jerry Jones, one of his most depressing losses. And it's funny. It's not bigger ones like the Packer one last year or, a couple other instances that have been really depressing losses under his tenure as owner and GM. But that one was his most painful one, he said. And I'm only going to figure it's the money. It's the big show. Hey, we're the big team in Texas, that kind of whole thing. I know it was a big deal, but I think it was the embarrassment of the big hoopla is what really hurt him. We also lost the first game in there to the Giants, the first game. So, all these things hurt Jerry Jones, but it's more for the presentation than it is for the substance. That's what I get with Jerry Jones with Stadium, AT&T, and that's what I get with. That's why it's not loud in there. That's why I don't know. I've never been there, guys, so I'm talking ignorant. So I'll stop there. But when I do go there, I'll definitely give my true opinions, and hopefully it'll be sooner than later. But again, I don't want to go there. Like I said, even merchandise, games, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for at least another year, guys, and we'll see what happens then. Scott Lenahan, Salim. What's up, man? I have some news about that, and you're not going to like it. I don't like it either. I agree with you 1,000% if there was such a thing. Yeah, I know. It is a shame Deshaun Watson. He could have definitely made a run. The Texans could have made a run. Barry B, question for everyone. Dez is a Hall of Famer? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not yet, Barry B. That's a great question, though, because there's things you can say that he can be a Hall of Famer. So, Triplets Cowboys, the coaching staff, we hire Lovie Smith. I wouldn't. He's one of the good. I think Norv Turner as an offensive coordinator. I think we could keep Marinelli another year, see what happens, unless there's better choices up there. But I think that Lovie Smith, I would prefer someone like a John Gruden. I know it's wishful thinking right now, but I would prefer if he. And I heard he was going to be thinking about coming to coaching, maybe only for the Bucs. I don't know what the deal is, but I would love to see him as a Cowboy coach. I'm being honest. I think he has a team already built up enough with some of Parcells / Garrett, more Parcells mentality, but Jason Garrett really built this team, I guess you can say. Yet he decided to not rely on what he did last year with Lenahan and run the ball. He gave the green light to go past Happy and become Tony Romo style team, which is not Dak's thing. Dak is not that. That's Tony Romo. That's not Dak, and that's what it seems like that they did. They didn't throw down the field as much because Dak can't do that as much right now, and they're trying to make too much on his plate. Could have been coaching issues again, and we can say this all day. And at the end, who's responsible for that aside from the specific coaching position? It's also the coordinator. It's also the head coach because they could intervene at any time. The coordinator can. The head coach should. He should have. First and goal on the 3-yard line against the Seattle Seahawks. You don't pass twice. Even if Dak had the option the first time, and he did choose that option. That's wrong on Dak's part, but he had the play. He had the right read on that. Seattle made a great defensive stop. You got to give them credit too. I think that's overlooked a lot in this game. But I think that the big deal about that is that he has to take that, the head coach has to make sure, whether you talk it over beforehand or in practice, whenever, you have to take that responsibility out of Dak's hands. You have to go into a fullback, Keith Smith back there, show him you're going to run the ball and run the damn ball. 3 yards, 3 plays, you got it. You got it. No, they're not going to stop us. As long as you don't muff the hand, Dak doesn't muff it or Zeke don't fumble it, we're going to be fine. I think we're going to get in the end zone. I don't care. And what I'm hearing is that it's because the Cowboys coaching staff, this is what Mickey Spagnuolo said, the Cowboys coaching staff, you don't think they went into this knowing that if they get to a goal line situation, that they would go passing because that's probably the better thing to do? That's what he said. Like basically the Cowboys were ready for this, and they knew they were going to go pass. Well, that's idiotic. Okay? I don't care if they're the greatest defensive front in history. We have the best running back currently in the NFL and a great offensive line, even with Byron Bell, who can run block. There's no reason why we should not have ran the ball 3 times if we had to, 4 times if we had to, honestly speaking. And last week against the Raiders, should have ran it on the 4th and inches. That's my 2 cents on that. I'm going to stick with that, even though we won that game. We got damn lucky. We are not a playoff team. We should not be in the playoffs. And that's, I don't want to say the good thing, but it's kind of, the frustration is there. It's going to be there for a while, but nothing we can do about it when you have Jerry Jones there controlling the pack and having his puppet coach. For the most part, I'm not saying 100%. Garrett does make some good calls, but for the most part, he's a puppet for Jerry Jones to do and dabble as the GM, you know. So Ed Werder, back to him. He takes responsibility for his failure, and that's what he says about Dak, about what Dez said. You know, Dez is aware of outsider talk. He meant what he said this summer when he said no one reps the star more than me. That's what Dez said in the summer. So Ed Werder responded with that, with saying, good, he takes responsibility for his failure and doesn't blame the quarterback he stood up for last year. Dak made quite a statement about him after the game the other day. If you remember, it was about the ball hitting him in the hand, it had to hit him in the face. And I think that Werder is kind of trying to make a controversy here. This is what he did with T.O., Romo, and Witten and the whole crew back then, 8 years ago, which is the video. This is all relating to the video I'm going to be posting tonight, tomorrow, soon. Trust me. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was on a lot of radio shows back then and over the weekend. A lot of radio drops. Used a lot of the commentary in there. So Dak said on that interception to Dez that he threw off of Dez's hands, I just think I have to throw him a better ball. So he's taking blame, almost in a sarcastic tone, I guess you'd say. But I guess he has to throw him a better ball. Put it right there on his face mask and don't give him a chance to drop it, I guess. I don't like this controversy, and Werder's trying to make it a bigger thing. But whether or not it's there or not, maybe that is a good point too. So I still go to the Rams, Packers, Falcons, Seahawks games. Those 4 games are the big games that we had chances to win. We had chances to take control of. We had chances to dominate in some instances. Those 4 games are pretty much split 25% this year. I'd say a quarter each of importance. If anything, I'd say Atlanta would be the one that really made the biggest difference in our playoff run. But we don't deserve the playoffs, guys. So the news I'm hearing, this is pretty much it here. This is Fisher Sports. This is Brian Broaddus. This is the whole Cowboy organization pretty much is saying this in unity. Not just Jason Garrett, which we already knew by Jerry Jones saying this. Jerry Jones already said that Garrett's job is safe. But what we're hearing now is that Garrett and both coordinators are 100% safe. And that's frustrating, guys, because we've had other guys, coordinators, people like Sean Payton and Haley. Remember him? Remember these guys? And they were all kind of pushed out the door, if you remember. So, and they've had better performances than the guys that are still on this team as coaches. So keep that close in mind. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me make sure it's all good here. Okay. So someone's going after free agents. The word in the Cowboys camp is that they're probably not going to go after free agents once again. No big name free agents. So when we're talking about Devontae Adams and this and that, That's an issue. Um, Mostly, what we're going to probably see is the Cowboys signing a lot of their own players. Okay, so we're going to say Zach Martin. We're going to say D. Law on franchise tag. We're going to say Irving he's a restricted free agent, and Anthony Hitchens. Hopefully, we need Anthony Hitchens. He's the unrestricted free agent. He can go anywhere and anywhere he wants for whatever he wants. So we hope that they can. If they have to get Roquan Smith to fill that spot, we might have to. But I love Anthony Hitchens, man. He's an Iron Man. So as far as practice was concerned, I just want to say a little more detail about those things we ran off earlier. Irving's not going to practice, probably not going to play the rest of the season. It's going to be a challenge for Tyron Smith to play. Remember, guys, this is after Jason Garrett said that if you can play, you're going to play. If you're not hurt, you're going to play. So he's acknowledging that to be a challenge, but he's not going to move him to IR. So he's just going to play. He's pretty much done though. And neither is Irving going on IR, not yet at least. He just basically said anybody who's going to play, anybody who's healthy is going to play. That's what Jason Garrett said, our coach. When they asked him if he was going to treat it like a preseason game, Garrett said that anybody who's healthy is going to play for the full 3 hours on Sunday. So Dak Prescott, get ready to go in there without 2 offensive linemen at least, and run for your life against. We don't know what we're going to see with the Eagles. We don't know how long they're going to have their starters in to destroy Dak. I don't know. This is a coaching decision. And I know there's different things of looking at it. Well, let's finish up strong and let's, look forward to next year. Okay, well, this is looking forward to next year by putting in some of your rookies. They got Trayvon Johnson off the practice squad. They're going to get KD something. I'll talk about him from Baylor, moving him, trying to get him onto they got him on the practice squad. I think trying to move him to active. So there's a lot of guys going to be moving on here to see what's coming next year. But that's why you put Cooper Rush in. That's why you're going to put Blake Jarwin in, see what he's got for us. They're going to do a lot of that, but also they're going to, also have Dak Prescott mixed in there with 2 offensive linemen that are going to be his tackle is going to be Byron Bell and Chaz Green. Maybe Joe Looney in there, mixed in there at center, maybe, who knows? Which again is great, but you need Cooper Rush back there. You can't have Dak Prescott back there if you want him to be your quarterback of the future. Sorry, guys, I get upset when it's the Cowboys and I see bad mismanagement. It just disgusts me. Hope you feel my pain for the Cowboy fans out there. Let me finish looking through some of these notes, guys. Like I said, Hitchens, Collins, both are they're not practiced, but I can see Hitchens. Well, actually, they were limited. I can see both of them not playing. I think actually Collins was out and Hitchens was limited. I think Hitchens is not going to play. I hope he does not. They need to rest him up. He's an Iron Man. Unless they're going to just let him go and release him, then I guess it doesn't really matter then for the Cowboys, does it? Asked why not playing more young players in the finale with the playoffs no longer at stake, Jason Garrett said that the team is already playing a lot of young guys, which I guess that part's true. And if they've earned the opportunity, then they'll play. Look for Leonard Lenore to be playing this game, receiver off the practice squad. He's on the active now, and he's been doing a lot of first-team reps. So my personal opinion about that is that risking players get hurt, superstar players, Zeke, Garrett, Dak, even some of the receivers, even Dez, even whoever. Why put them out there? Why put these guys out there on the field? Lee, you understand? I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence. Got back, you don't want to take one little nick, one little injury can be horrible for next year. I'm not saying lose the game. I'm just saying let's get some other guys in there and evaluate them, and then we know what we got to jump ship on some of these guys. Some guys maybe we can re-sign them as depth for the Cowboys. That's what I'm trying to say. But no, Jason Garrett does the opposite of that and wants to play all the starters as much as possible. If you're healthy, you're in. Now, I don't know. I think it's strange. I think it's bad. But how many guys are you going to see criticizing this in the Cowboy local media? How many people do you really see doing this? I mean, really doing this? I personally don't see many. I haven't heard. I'm not here. I'm not in the Dallas area, so that's first and foremost. But I have not heard or seen much of that from what I've seen through. Again, today is a different world, guys. We get everything. We can see what's going on in Dallas through through computers and internet. So we know how it is. So Cowboys signed former Baylor receiver KD Cannon. Keep that name in mind. All right, they signed him to the practice squad. He worked out for the team last week. I like that. I like that. What I've heard from him about him is good things. But again, KD Cannon. Let's see if he can be a cannon in the receiving core next year. We'll see what happens. They're gonna probably try to sneak him in there and see if he can get with the active. Maybe they still will move a couple guys to IR or who knows, maybe cut another guy like they did with Durant. Durant is going to retire. So the point is here, guys, this is the final verdict, I believe, when it comes to playing their healthy starters in a meaningless Week 17 game. If the Cowboys, it means the Cowboys win and secure a lower spot in the draft and also risking injury to Dak, Zeke, and others that they will depend on in 2018. Just saying, guys, anything can happen. You guys have seen this every week. We don't want to roll the dice yet. Garrett's going to do it. So congratulations, Garrett, for clapping your way to another average season. And even though you had your trials and tribulations, you also coached average. And that's the truth. And your coordinators, you didn't have them in line defensively for the first half of the season, and offensively, and I won't put much on that. I'll let that slide. But offensively, you didn't put your foot down with Scott Linehan. You green-lined everything like a little female dog, and try and keep it family friendly. And you just decided to roll the dice on them, and they failed us multiple times consistently throughout the season. Some games we won, a lot of them we lost in those situations. Some we won because of the talent we have on the field, because of the athletic talent these guys have. Thank you, DJ Crown. Yes, save it till Friday, man. Definitely. I am looking forward to this. We'll go, depending on my fiance and I's schedule, we'll try to go as long as possible, an hour and a half, whatever time you got, we got. So we'll do our best to clear our schedule then. Billy Murphy, we're going to do absolutely nothing. We'll see. DJ Crown J says we pay the players, move Lance Lenoir. Yes, Lance Lenoir, that's the one. That's what they're going to do. They're moving him there this week, and we're going to see some of him this week. 28 degrees in Philly. It's going to be cold. Reminds me of last year's final game of the year. And, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting match for all the Cowboy players. And this is where you can pull something. You can slip and tear something. And I'm just saying, I just don't think it's a good idea to play your players in a cold, meaningless game where you just got Zeke back, and now what if someone snaps his leg? I mean, I shouldn't have said that, but man, I just don't want to risk it. And I'm just afraid. These are things you learn by watching football. You've seen it happen to other teams. You've seen it happen to your own team sometimes, and yet this coach is going to do this. It's Jason Garrett's decision. This is not Linehan. This is not Marinelli. This is not any of the lower coaches. This is Jason Garrett, all on him, fully, squarely on Jason Garrett. Someone gets hurt. That's the only way you're going to see him get fired. Just saying. And we don't want to see that happen. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. So, sorry, guys. It's tough. It's a tough season. DJ Crown J, playing our starters for 3 hours Sundays, asking for an offseason injury. Boom. Thank you. That's why you and I are the same here, DJ Crown J. Much love. OMF and G Google. Patriots love Mike Tomlin. Frankie G says, Garrett says Cooper Rush will be playing sometime. Yeah, that I also heard. I also heard that from Jerry Jones, though. Not from Garrett. I heard from Jerry Jones officially had said that Cooper Rush will be playing half the time out there. But I don't know. I just heard Jason Garrett say that if you're healthy, you're playing. So maybe he means that you're both going to play. That's his way of talking. Well, yeah, they're healthy. They both played. So everyone who's healthy, everyone's going to play. He's a schmuck, guys. Jason Garrett's not. I know that he's a genius, brilliant person. He's school smart. I know he's football smart. But, man, he does not see what's going on around him and his coaching staff, whatever he's relying on, the faith and trust of his coordinators and not stepping in is the issue with Garrett. He's got Purcells and Jimmy Johnson and Tom Landry stepped in when needed. That's why they were great coaches. Cowher steps in when needed. You understand? These guys, that Harbaugh steps in when needed. Anyways, let me get back to you guys here. I'll go run through this real quick. Sorry I missed a lot of your questions, guys. Again, thank you, DJ Crown J, for donating tonight. Again, spacing out the lead against LT Metters, a Philadelphia Eagle fan, Dano896, with his donation to Patreon. Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it, brother. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys football. Is it Cowboy now? I'll wait for it to come out because we have so many people on here, guys. We appreciate all of you, every single one of you. Dallas Cowboys football news with the donation yesterday, and of course, bring up the rear, number 5. But still, much love, Slim Shady, Eminem in the house. Much love, Eminem. You're from Detroit. I think you love the Cowboys. Thank you, Slim Shady. Thank you all for the donations and for you guys watching the ads and you guys putting your content in here. Trust me, I go back and I read everything you guys posted, and I love a lot of what you guys say. And you guys sometimes re-comment, and I love that because that makes me see it, and I miss a lot sometimes on these streams. Got over 1,000. Got super chat up in here, so we're definitely getting a lot more traffic. So thank you all for helping us out, and all our subscribers that have been here from the beginning. Much love. We're Cowboy Nation forever. Remember that, guys. Even if we have an issue with Jerry Jones, even if we're taking a break on buying new equipment, paraphernalia, hats, shirts, whatever, tickets, I'm not. We're gonna just. I don't want to say boycott. That's a strong word, but if I can buy something from South to Heaven '88, right? He's got a jersey over there, and I really want to get a Woozier jersey. Well, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to Jerry Jones in Dallas. I'm gonna go to Mike Mosh. I'm gonna go to Cowboy. I'm gonna go to South to Heaven '88, and I'm gonna go to his site here on YouTube or on his channel or Facebook, wherever, and I'm gonna order a jersey through there because I'm paying him. I'm not paying Jerry Jones. He's custom making these jerseys. So I'm just saying, guys, that's the way I feel about that situation, and that's the way I'm gonna do my thing this season coming up for at least a year, maybe more. We'll see. But that's the way, and again, that's just my personal opinion. That's the only way I feel I'm doing something, even if it doesn't do a damn thing for Jerry Jones. I'm a flea to him. I'm a fly. It's all right. I don't care. But my point is that, I'm doing the right thing. You understand? I'm doing the right thing because I love the Cowboys. If you're buying jackets and jerseys and hats just because you want to look cool because you like the Cowboys, that's not a Cowboy fan. That's a bandwagon fan. And a lot of people that disagree with me because they don't like that I'm not. What would you care if I buy any new stuff or not? People get fast hot on that. They got really upset about that, and a lot of people did agree with me. So a lot of you guys are in here right now chatting that agree with me from the Twitter situation with Brian Brodus and all the people that love the call anybody who dissents from the Jerry Jones flock as a not a true fan, or we're not paint you anyway. It doesn't really matter in the end. I know we know we are over here on this channel. We know what all you guys, pretty much all you guys are on here in this channel. Let's see here. Deep Freeze lost 8-8. Back to that'd be the fourth 8-8 season for our JG Jason Garrett. Hey, you gotta love that mediocrity. Yeah. Barry B, I have no faith in this Cowboys management to win a championship until they start conducting the business the right way. The reason we won a championship was because of Jimmy Johnson. They happened to be friends. That's why he wanted one of his puppets, and it didn't work that way. He thought Jimmy Johnson would be a puppet. He was not. He built a championship team, a dynasty team that could have won 4, maybe 5 Super Bowls in a row if Jimmy Johnson was. It could have been the Chicago Bulls of the NFL, but Jerry Jones single-handedly dismantled that team. They won. Even though the next year they lost the Super Bowl, they lost to go to the Super Bowl against the Niners, and that was a close game at the end. Deion Sanders came to the Cowboys the next year. That was Jerry Jones. Good job. We won a Super Bowl, but that team was built mainly on Jimmy Johnson's back and blood and sweat. So Jimmy Johnson is the one who built that, not Jerry Jones, and that's the issue with the ego of Jerry Jones that dismantles and destroys our team on a consistent basis. And now we have the same situation. I know he's trying to do the best thing for the Cowboys, but he's very stubborn. So once he makes his decision, he's right to the end, no matter what anybody says, and that's the way it is. So I just figure I'm cool with the multitude of jerseys, jackets, hats, paraphernalia, equipment, things, whatever, everything, Cowboy stuff that I own, that my fiance owns, that our kids, that we bought for our kids, that my mother owns. All right? But no need to get anything new right now. Just chill. I got Zeke in there. Fiance got Dak. She got Bailey. I still got Dez. I'll pull that out once in a while. Still got Witten. He's playing. Still got a couple other guys and some old schoolers as well that, I will represent every day because I'm a true fan. Unlike the people that just buy these jerseys and just say they're Cowboy fans. They don't really understand what it is to be a true Cowboy fan, to win a Super Bowl. Cowboys fan 1980. If you guys go to his page, check him out, sub up to him. He's got some great stuff on there. I love what he says. For the most part, I agree with him almost 100%, I guess. And he makes some great points about the Cowboys. Check that out. His last video was great. So let me see a quote. I'm sorry, I said that one. So let me just make sure I finish up all the info, guys. I'm trying to go really to you guys here and finish up, and I'll try to roll with you guys for as long as possible. Big theme in Dez's quotes today is that he felt like he let outside noise and distractions affect his play on the field. He goes, I felt like a lot of times I looked damn good. Then I get to thinking about certain things, and, you know, it bothers me. That's all I can say. I can only assume he's saying that he's upset that they're not throwing the ball to him. He's upset that he's not getting on certain routes or situations, that he's not getting looked at by Dak, by the coaches. I don't know. Either way, he has a lot of displeasure, Dez Bryant. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's definitely becoming an issue there. I don't like Ed Werder saying that he took all the blame. He did not. He actually displaced most of the blame. And again, Dez wanted to beat their ass. This is what he said. I just wanted to beat their ass. I just wanted to be honest. I felt like we was in a groove, 3-game winning streak. Just wanted to keep it on them. I did, and I still do feel like we was the better team. I felt that way with a lot of opponents that we went up against and lost to. That's what it is. I mean, it's just silliness now from him. He's just getting silly. Follow-up questions, like I said, about his contract. He goes, just got to let that time come. I'm not bothered about that question. Just got to see whenever the time comes. We'll just see. That's about his contract. That means basically he's going to chase the money. That's what it's about. Again, guys, in their most important red zone possessions of the season, the Cowboys never handed the ball to Zeke. I just want to make that clear. Not once. Not once in this game against Seattle did we hand the ball off to Zeke in the red zone. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Whose fault is that? Dak maybe once in a while, all right, because he run option. He read the defense the way the coaches taught him to, and he did the right thing. Didn't work out. Why put that in his hands? Why not just run 3 times with 3 tight ends and a fullback? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get the push. Out of 3 times, you're gonna get the 3 yards. Trust me. The Cowboys' offensive line can do that. Speaking of the good things in our team, Ezekiel Elliott, guys. Ezekiel Elliott needs 120 yards to get 1,000. So if anything, he's itching to play, guys. He said it himself. He said Ezekiel Elliott, he's only played 9 games this season. That's what he said. I've only played 9 games this season, and I'm itching to play football. So I understand that part with Zeke. I know he wants to go out there and just wreak havoc, and I think he was going to do great out there, even with a half of a backup offensive line. But he needs 120 yards to reach 1,000. If the Eagles have their backups, then, you know, he might get that. We don't know. Depends how long they play Zeke. I'd rather not see Zeke in the game. Save the yards for next year. They asked him if it's a goal. He said it is, but the main goal is to go and win football games. I guess. I mean, it is, obviously. And if I'm on the team, I want to win. But it actually helps the Cowboys more if they lose. But I'm cheering till the end. Go Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott's 2,511 rushing yards. That's in 24 games, by the way. That's an unbelievable number right there. Are the most ever by a Cowboys player in his first 2 seasons. He just bypassed Emmitt Smith's 2,500 yards from 90 to 91 in his first 2 seasons. So, guys, that's a big, again, he didn't play. That's 2 seasons, not necessarily games. Zeke did it in 24 games, and I think Emmitt Smith did it instead of 28, he did it in 26 games. Something like that. Maybe more, actually. Dez Bryant said he would talk to Jerry Jones. I already spoke about that. We'll see what comes from that. He's going to talk to Jerry Jones, Linehan, and Garrett about his role in the offense and schemes and stuff like that. So we'll see. And that's really it for the news, guys. I am going to bounce back here to the chat, and I'm going to read some of your comments. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button, all right, for the stream. It really helps us out a lot, tremendously. People search for us. It comes up more if there's more likes. Ow. Okay, that's too loud. So, guys, make sure you guys hit that. If you're new, please hit subscribe, guys. Be part of our daily chat. This has already gone over an hour, I think, and much longer than I wanted it to go. I was hoping for like 45 minutes tonight, but, you know, I get lost in my words, and you guys are here posting stuff here. I know you guys are watching, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, so thank you. Thank you so much. We at the channel appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. So, yes, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and if you feel whatever you feel like DJ Crown J always does nightly, much love to him. He's going to have a great discussion, guys, on Friday with us here on the channel, so make sure you tune in for that on Friday with one of one of our subscribers, one of our fans here, is going to have a whole segment. That's his choice. So he won this week with a super chat, and that was his choice. He didn't want advertisement. He didn't want to, nothing to advertise. He wants to chat. So let's talk, man. DJ Crown J, I am looking forward to it, man. Yes, you're right. He does. Brian Broaddus flips a lot. I've seen that because the truth is in there, and he knows it. But yet he'll flip on that and say to not seem like he's going to rail against the coaches. But yet he rails against the coaches. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. We are there. Yeah, so there you go. See, you got your own shirt, DJ Crown J. You're good. Billy Murphy says, gotta run, watch a movie, man. Peace out, Billy Murphy. Much love. Thank you for joining us. Brian Bradford says, I agree. I have stopped buying Cowboy stuff a while ago, not until we get into another Super Bowl. Some people have said that to me in the past, and I still said, it's not gonna make a difference. But now I think there's so many people that are against Garrett, and the fact that we know Garrett's not gonna go anywhere this year, and now on top of that, to pour salt in the wound, neither is Linehan, according to what we're hearing from Cowboys, the Cowboys facility and the owner and the people that know what's going on. They're saying that all three guys are staying. And I don't really mind Marinelli, but Garrett, okay, I guess moving to a front office, I don't know. But Garrett, he's made a lot of mistakes multiple years consistently. Linehan, all right, he did a great job last year by switching the playbook to a conservative run first, run heavy, not a 50-50 thing. We're 48 this year, run, 52 pass percent-wise. That's a 50-50 team. Great. That's great. That's balance. But we're not built for balance. We're built for running the ball more. We want to see 65. We want to see 6. If we do that, we win. It's not that we can't. See, that's the thing that kills me about this, guys, is that we can do this. We can run and know that the other team knows we're running. We can still run. We've shown it multiple times. We've never been stopped. We've stopped ourselves. And I say we, I mean the Dallas Cowboy coaching staff, Linehan getting cute, Garrett allowing it on a consistent basis, not just on touchdowns or this play or that play. The big plays are important. Don't get me wrong. Those are the ones you focus on to make your point. But he's done this throughout every game, every year. Garrett has not intervened, has not stepped in, whoever the coordinator was, on either side of the offense or defense, and he has not done damn diddly squat. And that's not a good coach, to just blindly trust your coordinators when they are making the same mistakes and your team is showing it on the field weekly, over and over again. It's insanity. That's the definition. I saw that tweet somewhere, and it was definitely a very true tweet. Cowboys legend in the house. What's up, man? LL. Assad. Peace out, man. Don't forget to hit like, you guys. LT Metters. What's up, man? As you can see, he's right up here. Eagle fan in the house representing, and he's a true Eagle fan. Much respect for you guys that do, represent your team in the proper way, in the non, Eagle way, the typical Eagle fan, I guess you can say. And you know what I mean, LT. And no offense, but I think you know what I mean by that one. The label that Eagle fans have gotten, and the Cowboy fans have gotten bandwagon labels, as well. So we gotta deal with that on our side. Marquise Edie says we think we should be looking at a tight end as well as a receiver. Depends on Rico, I think. But if we get rid of Dez, yes, tight end. I mean, receiver. We already got two of them, though. We got two young receivers, Noah Brown and Switzer. And we're going to check out Lenore this week, Lance Lenore, so we'll see. Now, as far as Eli Apple, that's a good question. I think he still has some gas in the tank in the sense of he's, second year? I think he can learn a lot. I think that he's a lot immature, with what I've been hearing. But he is a defensive back. Maybe he'll learn with, Janoris Jenkins called him a cancer. And then today he retracted it and said, I didn't mean anything really bad by it. What the hell are you talking about? Of course you did. But I think that he's a young guy. He needs a little bit of tutelage. I don't know if our coaching staff has that ability to do that. But I think Eli Apple is somebody that it'd be a risk. I think somebody that Jerry Jones might risk on. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing. I just don't want it to destroy the team in any way. Aside from that, I think it's, he has some skill. He just hasn't been maybe groomed the right way. And our coaches, I don't know if we're the right ones to do it. Marquise Edie, good night, man. Peace out. D. Wills said, yeah, I agree with you about Eli Apple. We talked about that. Barry B., we are in a dark time right now. That is correct. We are, Barry B. I think the only hope we have is to wait till Jerry Jones passes away to win. Who knows how long that will be. Some of us on this channel might be dead before that happens. Yeah, I don't want to think about that, guys. We need to we need to get the stuff done. We have the ability to get it done now. We a couple parts away from really having a good chance to challenge in the playoffs. Not Super Bowl, but in the play, we have a chance to challenge in the playoffs. And I think a lot of it has to do with game planning, 60-40 running over passing, and that would help Dak. That would help our offense, and that would help our defense. Simple as that. Now it's all about what's left now. Is execution on the field, but it has to be implemented properly by the coaches first, and that's where we have the failure. Lovie Smith, we'll see. Another guy I would take over Garrett. Eli Apple situation, as I said, Michael Agati. I understand why the Giants are cutting him. I think that he has some maturity issues, and this might wake him up. I think that's maybe somebody we could pick up as a future, trial. We'll see. He's not a Greg Hardy, in the sense of what he did in comparison. And I know it was alleged, but that was proven pretty much. We don't want to get into that right now, but Zeke is innocent. Yes, D. Will, he is. Brian Bradford, at least next season we have no suspensions. Not yet. Let's not jinx it, Brian. DJ Crown J says, I don't want to pick up anyone in free agency because it won't matter with the coaches we have. Pay our players. That's what they said. That's what I said earlier. They did say that officially, that we're gonna be paying our players, our own players first and foremost, and then we're gonna go after some cheaper free agent talent like Nolan Carroll's, like Stephen Paya's, bad moves in free agency. But we're gonna spend some money there, cheap pieces, depth pieces. Maybe one of those guys get, like Stephen Paya or something, break through and start. Who knows? Hopefully there's no issues, though. Demontre Moore type player as well. Maybe that's the Eli Apple this year. Who knows? I wouldn't mind rolling the dice with someone like Eli Apple for giving them, an incentive-laden contract. If you do these things and you get these picks and you don't misbehave and go against team policy, and I don't talk about kneeling. I'm talking about doing what he did with the Giants, then you're entitled to this in your contract, and you get this much more, and you get this much more. I think that would be a better package to get somebody, probably a 1-year deal for something like that. Then you got to know that if he does perform, you got to pay him big bucks the next year. So that's the way it usually works. So let's see. DJ Crown J says that D. Will says 1,000 yards. I do think he needs 120 yards, Zeke, for 1,000 yards. So we shall see what occurs. DJ Crown just says Cedric Thornton. See, again, we let him go. Exactly. We let him go, thankfully, because he was garbage. Bills got him. I don't know what they did with him. We'll see about Lovie Smith. Michael Gotti. Earl Thomas said he would like to go to the Cowboys, and Seahawks don't want or need him. Yes, we talked about that last night. Seattle coach Pete Carroll had a discussion with him about that. And Earl Thomas didn't realize that was something that he did that was wrong. He thought it was just something that he was just kind of more like rubbing it in, but playfully rubbing it in to the Cowboys a little bit. But he didn't think it was anything bad. But then he realized it was he won't do that again, basically. Not a good thing, I guess, after Coach talked to him about that. Guys, I'm about to wrap this up. Much love to DJ Crown J tonight for everything he's done every night with his donations and his input here on the channel. Fantastic, man. We much appreciate it. Myself, fiance, little J, little G, everybody here, guys, appreciate what you guys have done here, whether it's content, whether it's donations, super chat, whatever it may be. And we have a token of appreciation in the mail, guys. It's still about a week away or so before we probably get it. But as soon as we do, we will present it on our live stream and send it out to anybody who donates over $10 on our super chat or through Patreon. You can see all the information below, guys, and in our description and all that stuff. So you can check it out there. And we're gonna have special content on Patreon. So if you do donate through there, you'll get bonus content in the near future. That would be more, I guess, more language filled, I guess you can say. Earl Thomas is a great player. I agree, but we don't want him when he's washed up on FMG. That's the one thing we don't want. So, we want to make sure we get him when he's still got talents like he has now. I mean, think about this. Last year he broke his leg late in the season, and he already was saying he was going to retire. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a bit nervous about that, I guess you can say. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that side of things. But yes, Lovie Smith as a coach, D. Will. That's a good question. I don't know if I can say 100% yes, but definitely over Jason Garrett, I think so. I would rather risk it with him and implement a new game plan. If I just want a coach that's going to see our team and say, I want to run the ball, and I want to run it often, and I want to establish a running game. If we do that, we should be pretty damn good. Even with the weak parts we're going to be missing this season, even if some people we have to let go, we don't want to. I hope we still have Hitchens. He's the big one that we have to keep. That's the unrestricted. That's not going to be franchised. That's not going to get paid the big bucks. He needs to be, but he's going to have to get paid something of relevance because he's going to demand that money, and he's going to get it by other teams, and I don't like that. Anybody who gets him is going to get a good deal when it comes to Anthony Hitchens, and that scares me that we lose him because we need him, especially with a banged-up Sean Lee, with a still got to see with Jalen Smith how he progresses, and I think he will, but, he's got that injured knee from before, major injury with nerves and 2 torn ligaments, and then you have, Roquan Smith, who's a young guy, if we get someone like him. So all these things add up to a very difficult situation at linebacker when you look at it. And throwing another rookie in there, all right, I think we take the best play. I think we got to solidify that defense and really become – if we could really solidify that defense and the linebacking and the front line and our rookies, I think back there are good. Heath and Frazier and Byron Smith, the non-young guys, I think Skander we can get rid of. But those 3 guys at safety and Xavier Woods, even Anthony Brown is the 4th corner, but Xavier Woods, safety or corner, or Wouzier as well can do that too. But you also got Jordan Lewis. You got Anthony Brown. I think you got these guys. I think Byron Jones can play corner as well. You can mix and match players on all the guys I mentioned, and you keep Frazier and Heath and Byron Jones back there as well at the safety position. So we're good. I think we're going to have a good team next year. I think that we're going to, again, I think we have a great team. Honestly speaking, when it comes to defensive pieces, I think a lot of things we're going to keep are going to be still in place on defense. I hope the only one is the big one is really Anthony Hitchens, in my opinion. On offense, I think we might lose Bryce Butler, which I don't want to. Morris will be gone. I think I think Byron Bell experiment. I think Chaz Green. I think they're both gone. I think that we keep Cooper, and I think he's there for. I'm not sure what his contract is, but I think we keep Cooper. For sure, should keep Cooper, and we need to get a veteran, less expensive left tackle to back up, specifically to back up Tyron Smith. And then maybe draft a guy in the draft, draft a lineman in the draft. But again, get someone that you're not going to throw in there as a backup right away, as depth, as a future prospect to maybe replace or take over for Cooper or take over for Tyron Smith. Maybe, but I think you still need to get a veteran guy in there because once that line goes down in the passing game, that's where you really fail the most. Running game, not so bad. Byron Bell didn't do that bad, so maybe I don't know. But you got to be able to have a mindset of running the ball, and that in this pass game against Seattle. Unlike what Brian Broaddus said, we were not in a needing to pass situation constantly. For 3 quarters, basically, we didn't have to pass crazy, which he's making it sound like it was the other way around, like we were down the whole game. No, we weren't. We were not. We were in the lead, and we had control of that game until, unfortunately, even when we were losing, we had control in the 4th quarter when Dak made that pass to Dez, and then we decided to run to Zeke and got like 4 or 5 yards. And then instead of running to Zeke and getting another 3 or 4 or 5 yards, we decided to pass it to Dak and get cute. Whether Dak threw it not perfect, which is no excuse for Dez, but he didn't throw it perfectly, and Dez did not catch it. He had both hands on the ball. You getting paid that money in the NFL, you make the catch. Case closed there, Dez. There's no other excuse, especially when you call yourself an elite receiver. But when you have that and it pops up in the air and you turn the momentum around, now you get no field goal, no touchdown, no lead. And then Seattle takes it down the field, and on multiple, whether on 3rd downs, which has been a Achilles heel on our defense, but 3rd down and 9s and 3rd and 7s has killed us a lot of times. We've had, penalties on defense, silly ones, smart for most of the game, but then the silly penalty on 3rd down on a big play, face mask, grabbing the helmet, late hit, going low, whatever it may be on defense. And they kept their drive alive and they scored a touchdown, and that pretty much, didn't end the game at all, actually, but that's when we needed to really pass the ball, not run anymore. That was the 4th quarter. So Broaddus and all you guys, think about that before you say, oh, we had to pass all game. No, we didn't. It was a run game. We had control of that game. If we had run more and throw in the pass here and there, just stay conservative. I wish Linehan would have scrapped that playbook last year and still implement it from that. We opened it up to the Romo type, to the baby Romo. playbook. And it's not working for Dak. He's not that kind of quarterback. Simple and plain. South to Heaven, I give you a big shout out. Go to his, because I'm telling you guys, and I'm still not buying any Cowboy gear, new Cowboy gear. Please understand what I'm saying, as I made it clear. I have a lot of stuff, a lot of Cowboy stuff I have for months. So another season of not having to buy, a season of not having to buy Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia, I'm cool with that. The only place I would buy it would be at, places like South of Heaven's site, where he makes it himself. He does not get it from Jerry Jones. He does not get the money. Jerry Jones doesn't get the money on that. You understand? That's where I would go. If I'm going to go somewhere, that's what I would do. You understand? So you guys want to join? And a lot of you guys agree. Check out South of Heaven 88 right there. Who said, Houston. So Purple Gaming, what's up? Peace. What's up? Jerry Jones take a back seat. He will. No, he will not. Michael Agati says, if it wasn't injured, what do you think the chances would be of Deshaun Watson being MVP? Not MVP, but I think Rookie of the Year, no question. It would have been him. I don't think he would have been MVP, though, this season. I think Gurley has the best shot for that at this point. Or Brady, of course. Marquise Edie says that I think we need to draft 2 linebackers and a guard and a tackle. And I think you might see that. It's really the important ones I want to focus on first and foremost, of the first round ones, second round, what we're going to take, and third round. Those 3 rounds, I really want to know. I'm really interested in what we're going to do. DJ Crown just says, I really want to keep Rice. Me too, but we signed T. Will for 4 years, $4 million per year. We signed Bryce for 1 year. We made that bed. Cowboys, made that bed. Mr. Mike 307 in the house. What's up, man? Dallas, the new Chicago Cubs. Oh, don't say that. I won't see it in my lifetime. Then all I could hope is my daughter does. So remember, back to daddy. The pride of the star, guys. Barry B. We are not Cleveland. We are not New England. We are trapped on Mediocrity Island, stranded there. Very good way of saying it. Very good metaphor. 307. Let us guess. You're an Eagles fan. I don't know if he's saying that to be mean or not. Either way, I understand where he's coming from. I understand the pain, if that's where it's coming from. But if it's coming from a trolling aspect, so be it. I don't think we'll be that. But I can see us, with Jerry Jones. He's not going to live another 80 years, so that's not happening. Mr. Mike's a Seahawk fan, so congratulations on your victory and beating us. It was, it wasn't just Dak and Dez and the coaches. It was the Seahawks that won that game as well. We gave them the opportunity. They took it. They deserve it. They deserve to get at least this one more chance this week between them and the Falcons to get in the playoffs. Jason Garrett is a puppet. You're welcome, South of Heaven. Much love, man. Michael Agati, great channel. Thanks for answering my questions. All right, man. No problem, guys. And on that note, I'm heading out of here, guys. Much love to everybody on this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button for the stream. Helps us out. And also, subscribe, guys, if you're new. Much love. We're over 1,000, so we're at the super chat level. That's where you can donate and help our channel out. We're getting stuff mailed to us right now. Some little trinkets. If you donate over $10, you get one. We send that out right away. But we'll show you that when we get in the mail shortly, guys. I promise. And the leader above here, every week, we have a weekly little contest. The leader gets to advertise their business, their channel, their website, whatever they want. DJ Crown J has chosen to do a one-on-one discourse with myself and fiance, which we will do on Friday. So make sure you join us for that. Don't forget, guys, when you subscribe, or if you're just watching right now and you are subscribed, hit that notification bell. Make sure it's turned on. That's the way you get our channel when we go live. We break news, anything. Even in the off season, we're going to do it still. We're going to do a lot of stuff in the off season. It's going to be fun, guys. And we're going to always be, discussing stuff with the fans in our chat here. Stays online, guys. It stays on YouTube. That's the way we roll. So much love to everybody out there, guys. And much appreciate all the great comments, all the likes, the donations, and the comments, guys. Much love. We hope you stay safe tonight, guys. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy for the kids out there. Enjoy your winter break. And guys, never forget. Go Cowboys! Woo! Hope I didn't blow your speakers, guys. But damn, win, lose, or draw, good, bad, or ugly, it's always Dallas Cowboys here, guys, on My Cowboys Family. Thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure you stop by tomorrow. Myself and fiance will be rolling. And we'll do our discussion stream as usual. We'll give you all the updates and injuries and news. Go through a little more on the Eagle-Cowboy matchup. Not that it really means much because it's all backups pretty much for the Eagles. But we'll go from there. We'll take it day by day. And We'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Much love. Stay safe. Good night, and go Cowboys.